This is the Team Clearcoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun. We might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show. Ian?
Yes, sir. Hello.
How we doing, buddy?
You know.
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
This is the Team Clearcoat podcast.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yes.
The Team podcast.
We're an automotive podcast, ostensibly.
Yeah.
And we are live on Twitch.
Oh, God.
Hello,
yeah,
Twitch.
We are. Hello.
Yep. We're ignoring comments tonight.
We are.
Yes,
because we find them distracting.
We'll put that
and
right
I'm
up front.
obviously having trouble with just like one
Yeah.
piece of stimulus. I don't need.
Ian?
Yes, sir.
You know, there's something that sounds different this evening. There's something that sounds different, and I can't quite put my thumb on it. Do you hear it?
No.
If you listen really close,
Yeah.
you'll hear... Hang on. It's there.
Are we having quality issues?
No.
Something wrong with the mixer?
Oh, no, just the opposite, Ian. It's something good.
Oh.
Don't you hear it?
I don't.
Ian.
Yeah.
That's the sound of us being legitimate automotive journalists. Which is at once negated by that bit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said on this show, Dave. We should probably explain to the viewers why that's funny.
Hello. My ice cream to handguns thing is probably the best.
That's pretty good.
But anyway.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are now members of the Rocky Mountain Automotive Press Association.
We are. I don't
know what that means yet.
Yeah, me neither.
It does mean that we will be able to actually cover the Denver Auto Show.
Yes, correctly.
In not the way that we did it last year, which if you weren't around for that, basically we did not get invited to the press day.
No,
because we didn't know to ask, and then we just showed up. We just bought we bought tickets. We just went and then fucked around on Instagram for like 4 hours.
Yes, yeah. People should look at our Instagram feed from about a year ago.
Yeah,
because I think it was some of the
early March last year.
Entertaining work we did.
Yeah,
and I look forward to doing it again.
I think my favorite was yelling something about a Mustang in front of the Corvette booth and then running away.
Yes, that was fantastic. We had a lot of good times down on that end of the showroom.
Yeah.
That's where the podcast canon, how about we get you some juice, buddy?
Oh, yeah.
Came from.
That's
because
right.
I didn't care about a Camaro. Yes.
That's right.
Camaro. Yeah. So we are members of the Rocky Mountain Automotive Press now.
Yes.
I don't really know what that means other than
here's
some money lighter.
Here's what I'm going to predict.
Okay.
So we have kind of a proven track record when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yes. Oh, okay. They're going to get sued by the guy that sued Gawker.
They're going to dissolve in like 3 weeks. It has like a 3-week lifespan.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we got put on the front page of Jalopnik, and within a month, their parent company was no more.
Right.
And Jalopnik almost went away.
Sorry.
Yeah. We were one of the first people on Drive Tribe. That's going great.
Yeah.
And then there was one other one. You mentioned something on the show, and then it
besides your mother-in-law asking you for tech advice?
That's what it was, you bastard. Yes. Still haven't forgiven you for that.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
I hooked my monitor up, and now my email
Outlook
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Ian?
Maybe flashbacks. Yes.
We're an automotive podcast.
We are.
Let's talk about cars.
Okay.
Ian?
Yes.
It's nice to be in the blanket fort with you this evening.
It's nice to be in the blanket fort with you.
I know that you have a trip coming up. Let's talk about that.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Let's talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at how energized you got.
Yes.
Boom. Yeah.
Yes. It's a few months away.
Okay.
And we're still kind of, getting the stuff piecemeal. So I should preface this. My wife is a trip planner in every sense of that phrase.
You both love travel, and she is a planner, man.
Right. And so she, gets the Lonely Planet guides for everywhere we go, and, annotates everything, and then does tons of research on top of that. So we don't do like guided tours or anything like that. And
you are the guided tour,
basically. Yeah. And like I like a very specific type of travel. I like to just go to a city.
Okay.
And we talked about this.
Yeah, and just get into it.
Well, and by getting into it, I need to do three things.
Yes. Let's share your method.
I need to go get a bagel and a coffee.
Yes.
Or
pastry.
A pastry and a
de
coffee.
locale.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Be it a baguette.
Yeah. Or a croissant.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a delicious bagel.
Yeah.
You got to go get you got to go get a coffee and a bagel.
Sweden just hits you with a fish.
Yeah. Exactly. You got to get a coffee and whatever goes with that.
Right.
For breakfast.
Yeah.
You've got to go to a record store.
Okay.
And spend and dig in.
Yeah.
You got to dig and get dusty and
see what the locals are turning in for their used stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then a dive bar. You got to you got to hit those three things. Okay. And then also the other thing that you got to do in between those things is look at the cars that are parked on the side of the road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, car spotting in a city is huge. Like when my girlfriend and I were in Vegas and we were car spotting on a Monday morning in Vegas and still managed to see a Rolls-Royce Wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is still hard for me to pronounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can get a real feel for a city by just doing those few things and then interspersing some car spotting.
Yeah.
You know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Through all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this, Ian. I like this. If someday we have some kind of travel show, or we travel again, we should do a little segment of just that, of you and I doing that.
Just car spotting.
Well, no, like we should go get a coffee. Like if we travel somewhere for like racing or something, we should go get it because Ian, who else likes record stores? I'm not really with you on the dive bar, but you know, it's good to see, right?
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. And then report on car spotting.
I think you should come to a dive bar with me
from the field,
because and I want to be specific when I say dive bar because that term has come to be a little watered down in our gentrified society,
right?
Where it starts to look like a World's End. You know, with like everyone's got the chalkboard and all that. No. If there's not a better than even chance that you're going to get hepatitis,
you don't want to be there. It's not a dive bar.
Not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
All right. Okay. Wait, what would you consider a dive bar in Denver?
To be honest, I don't get to go to a lot of dive bars in Denver, but Lions Lair would fit the bill.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right.
I like that.
Okay.
Any place on Colfax, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Those sorts of places.
So anyway, let's get back to your trip.
Anyway, there's going to be a lot of driving on this trip. So we are going to. The whole thing started because my wife bought tickets to a play in London.
Yes.
To the Harry Potter play in London. We bought those tickets like over a year ago.
Right.
And we've just been slowly building a trip around it as
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
As we find money in the seat cushions.
Yeah, exactly.
We just immediately spend it on this ridiculous trip that we're building.
So as you donate plasma.
Yeah, exactly.
What you'll be able to afford has been changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going through Iceland Air. So we are going to fly. We're dropping off our child with my parents. Or someone's parents. It doesn't matter. We're flying to Iceland. We're going to have 4 days in Iceland.
I want to go to Iceland so bad. I can't wait for you guys to give me the post-trip thing. Yeah.
So we'll have to rent a 4x4
there
because the roads are apparently very sketchy. And then we're going to London. We're going to do 1 day out like west of London, like, Stonehenge and all that Oh, wait, no. Stonehenge is the other way. I don't remember what we're doing. The Cotswolds. Okay. We're doing the Cotswolds.
Okay.
Outside of London for a day, and then we'll be in London for a few days, and then we're going to Edinburgh, and from there we're going to go to like Isle of Skye and do a little like couple day tour of Scotland before we get back to Heathrow and fly home.
Awesome. Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna provide updates on this as we get closer. But I've started the process of trying to figure out how I can make myself bankrupt through my rental cars.
Right.
And I've started looking at that first bit, specifically in the outside of London.
Okay.
Because it's only a day. And I feel like
you can go big for a day.
Yeah, I could go big, or I could just like, I want something like a quintessential.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah.
British B road driving experience.
Right. Yes.
And so I've started looking for like vintage car rentals and stuff like that because I can rent a Ford Focus here.
Anywhere. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
But who wouldn't want the chance to drive like a classic Mini Cooper on the streets of London?
Well, okay, I'm not driving in London.
Right.
Fuck that.
Well, but
not going to happen.
Yeah. Right.
But I know what you mean.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So, and I'm also looking at a little more like, foolishly, I'm also kind of looking at that leg in Scotland to maybe do a vintage car rental, which is going to be, that would be very expensive. But
yeah, Ian. Yeah, it would.
But have you ever seen anything about the driving roads in Scotland?
No, I assume they're fantastic.
That's where they filmed James Bond.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
You know, that did you see Skyfall?
Oh yeah. That was beautiful.
We're going to be on that road.
Okay. Awesome.
So it's sort of a big deal.
Yeah.
And, there are places where I could rent like an E-Type.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Go get a Jaguar E-Type. Do that for a day. Because if you did an E-Type for a week.
Yeah, I know. The problem is the way we have the trip set up.
Right.
It would be really hard for me to do that for a day.
Okay.
It would be really difficult. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that part out. But
okay.
I found this guy on Turo.
So
today I had been looking at all these like little boutique vintage car rental companies, and then today it's gone to me like, why don't I look at Turo?
Yeah.
And
Turo, for anybody who doesn't know, it's it's like the Airbnb of car rental.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's fairly new. It's catching on pretty well in the States.
Yeah.
We will probably do one of those in the near future.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I looked in London, and there's one guy who delivers to Heathrow, and he has a whole collection of cars on Turo.
Really?
Yeah. His name is Alex B.
Okay.
We're gonna do an FMKCars with 3 of his cars.
Okay. All right. Let me get my Googleator up. Okay.
Are you ready for this title?
I am.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if you are ready.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. What do you think I need to do to prepare?
That's good. That's a good start. That's good. All right. You ready?
Should we hold hands?
No. Well, first of all, I'm going to send you. I'm probably going to make a noise on the thing.
Okay.
I'm going to send you Alex's Turo page.
Okay. All right.
So you can just like see the things that I'm.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. And I lost it. There it is. Okay.
Okay. All right.
The title of this one is.
Okay.
Hello, Governor. Cheerio. Pip pip. Bollocks. Chips. Biscuits. Boot. Bonnet. Right old cunt. Cars for rent on Turo for part of my British holiday.
Oh, we just need to let that marinate for a minute.
Did you get all that?
Oh, I'm glad it's being recorded.
Is it?
Yeah, I just looked down to double check the recorder.
All right, let's move on. Hello, Governor. Cheerio, pip pip, bollocks, chips, biscuits, boot, bonnet, right old cunt. All right. Cars for rent on Turo for part of my British holiday.
Okay. All right.
And this is all the same guy.
Okay.
All right. He has a 1991 Nissan Figaro.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
How adorable.
Yes, that is adorable. Let me.
Is that?
His page currently doesn't show it, but so let me pull up a picture.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nissan Figaro. They're so cute.
They're
the most. They are one of the most adorable cars ever made. Yes.
It should show it.
Yeah.
If you look, so on his page.
Oh, I have an image up. We're all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, they are so adorable.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you ever driven on the right-hand side of a car?
Nope.
Awesome.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
1994 Mini Cooper.
Oh, okay. Yep. Uh-huh. All right. Uh-huh. All right.
Mm-hmm.
1994 Mini Cooper. Let me pull that up. 1994 Mini. All right. Mini Cooper. All right. Yes. Yes. So it's a classic Mini, but yeah, the years around these Minis are weird because they were still making the classics,
They
but
were
then
still licensed.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
And this one is see, what's weird is that in another section he calls it a 98.
Okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it's a fun. It looks great.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then 97 or 1977 MGB.
Yeah. That is on
And
Mr. Alex's
we didn't
page.
actually explain FMK cars. Whoops.
That's okay. Yeah. So here's the MGB. That is fantastic. Okay. So what I have to do now, Ian, is I have to FMK. Ian, I think I just had a stroke. I have to FMK.
Yeah.
All right. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is a game Ian and I play on the podcast. It's called FMK Cars. It's like that classic game FMK, Fuck, Marry, Kill, that people play with celebrities or really weird people play with family members. But basically, we present each other with 3 cars and you have to decide fuck, marry, kill. Fuck means you get to drive it for a day. Marry means it's your new daily driver, warts and all. And then lastly, kill means you send it to the crusher immediately. Ian.
And the choices were
Nissan
Figaro, Mini Cooper,
and MGB. So out of those, I'm going to kill the MGB.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Because I think I think between the Cooper and the Figaro, I think the MGB falls to third. I would, if I was being completely realistic about it, right? I would want to F the MGB just so I could have that quintessential. Am I saying that right? Quintessential British driving experience, right? Like an MGB on British roads, right? Like the Miata before it was Miata, like yeah, everything that we have for small sports car heritage like comes from cars like this, right? Yeah, you just smell, the roots of every car today.
Those are the electrics burning.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes, releasing the magic blue smoke. Yeah, but I think, but if I really had to pick between the two, I think I would marry the Figaro because I would love to drive in something like that every single day.
There is a 0% chance you fit in that car.
Oh yeah, no, completely. I would have to cut a hole in the roof and then, or like take foam out of the seat or something. Yeah.
It is so cute though.
It is. That I'm pretty sure that will not Dave, but if you could turn a kitten smushed with a baby seal into a car, that's basically what it is. And then lastly, you and I are going rallying on the British countryside in a Cooper. You're going to be reading me pace notes. That's what I'm going to do for a day. That's what I'm effing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Mini Cooper. Are you kidding me, Ian?
Yeah, so
for the love of God.
So I have to kind of make this real life decision.
Yeah, exactly, right? Please don't crush one of Alex's cars. It's in the rules, Alex. This is a game.
I'm between. I think the Figaro, first of all, is an automatic, and okay. I'm not. And I'm skeptical that our luggage would fit in that car.
Yeah, because it looks like you might have to have you might have to tow the Mini Cooper full of your luggage behind the Figaro.
Right. And I'm kind of between the Mini Cooper and the MG.
Okay.
He also has a Rolls Royce that's
oh yes, I saw his Rolls Royce. That is fantastic. Yes.
He has a 1969 Silver Shadow.
Yes. Yeah.
But
so yeah, what do you think you're gonna do?
I think I'm kind of leaning towards the Mini.
Okay. Have you ever driven a classic Mini?
No,
I've ridden in one.
I've
completely fit in it. It's no problem for me to fit in. I've ridden in it. The seats are crazy and weird.
Yeah.
But depending on the quantity of luggage you have, you should be okay.
Yeah, and we're not gonna. I mean, we don't pack that heavy.
Yeah.
So
The steering wheel's very flat, like a bus.
right, that's what I've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, and so you do a lot of this instead of a lot of this.
I've sat in one before.
Yeah.
I've just never driven one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I talked about it on the podcast. A friend
Yeah.
of mine was going to buy one in Oklahoma City. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's really short, and she just couldn't get leverage over the top of the steering wheel.
Right.
Obviously, you won't have that problem, but
yeah,
that would be insane. Yeah, I don't think you can lose picking between those three cars, man.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
we'll talk more about the Scottish leg in an upcoming episode, because that leg is going to be really cool. I'm very excited about those driving roads. But we'll and I'll start showing you some street views.
Okay. Yeah.
Of the roads we're going to be on.
Yes.
Like once in a lifetime ridiculous road trip.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
And if by chance there's a listener in that area that has a recommendation, please don't hesitate. TeamClearCoat@gmail.com.
Yeah. Or out of London. I mean,
yeah.
if you have
Any advice? Yeah.
Yeah.
For someone who's making their first time trip over there.
Yeah. And I've never been to the UK before. Never been to Iceland before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're in the UK.
Yeah. Right.
I would love to meet up.
That would be fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, please don't skin me alive.
The person that was going to do that was like, well, he did say don't skin me alive, so I guess I just kind of have to leave him in the basement. Yeah, he didn't say anything about doing it after he's dead.
We have the serial killer demographic on lock.
Right.
On lock.
Yep. Somebody that... God damn it. But we're legitimate, Ian.
Yep.
Smell it.
We are.
It's that smell.
We are.
It's the sound. It's the smell.
You can tell. Yeah. It's just a feeling is...
A joie de vivre.
There's been a shift.
An aura.
And you were just right there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hello, governor. Cheerio, pip, pip, bollocks, chips, biscuits, boot, bonnet, right old cunt.
I love the hand gesture.
You got to do it. You have to do it.
Oh, God damn it. I love you.
I like that I also do a ridiculous, cheesy Dick Van Dyke accent for the first part, and then just
completely abandon
just drop
it. Yes. I think you have "allo" and because you know not to pronounce the H, and then it's just downhill from there. Yeah, Ian.
Legit car journalists.
Yep, we are. Ian.
So legit. Yes.
Too legit for us to quit doing this podcast.
Yeah. Too legit. We should quit immediately. I think it's
you have in my eyes. Yeah,
I do.
My eyes.
Yeah. Again.
Would you, on the way over?
Second week in a row.
Okay.
Just on the way over here.
Nissan Altima.
No.
Okay.
No. I saw on the way over here a Porsche Panamera.
Oh, okay.
With a body kit.
Oh, okay.
And it was white.
Yeah. Okay.
And it had this weird Gran Turismo 4 body kit on it.
Okay.
And white wheels, deep dish wheels.
Okay.
And it was uglier than it started.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, ugly.
It reminded
me
actually of the infamous Mansory.
Okay. Yeah.
Panamera.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why you would stand back and look at that car and rightfully think something a little off about that.
Right.
And then go, I know. I need to make it look bulkier.
Exactly.
That's what I need to do.
Right.
It needs to look bigger than it already does. It already looks it bloated.
It looks like like someone sanded down a Humvee. It does.
Well, I mean, honestly,
but I love it. I want one so bad.
It looks like what it looks like is if you were casting a movie. If you were casting an action movie.
Yes.
And you sent the specifications for like 1992 Steven Seagal and you got 2017 Steven Seagal instead.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that car looks like already.
I think you're right. I still want one. I still want one. I would put a bike rack on it, Ian.
But there's so many other options.
What would I get?
Maserati Quattroporte.
Remember, the interior was shit.
But it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or the Jag.
Oh yeah, the Jag. But the Jag but a hatchback.
Why do you need a hatchback? If the car's that big, you don't need a hatchback.
I know. Yeah, you could just throw one of those big Thule skyboxes on the top and use that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but like I still want one, Ian.
Uh-huh.
I know.
What about Audi A7? Or RS7?
RS7, yeah. Ian, we're going to get to this later. I'm an old man. Yeah, for some reason I want the old man sedan.
Yeah, your tastes are just really, you're just
I don't know.
We could graph like your taste if it's like the x-axis is time,
yes,
and the y-axis is like as like higher is like exciting to drive,
yes,
and lower is comfort. Your line right now is pretty much the same as like what my metabolism looks like. Just like I feel like I'm like the point at which my metabolism just stops is like I'm gonna say weeks away. I feel like I'm on the verge.
We can watch it happen on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I just having a nice place to be just became much more important to me.
Yeah.
And plus, like, the Infinity is fun as hell to drive. No, it doesn't have a manual, but like, I don't know. I need to let you give it the beans sometime because it's fun as hell.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I still haven't driven it.
I enjoy driving it every day.
I bet.
Yeah. And not just from an interior comfort perspective. Yeah. Anyway.
You have some eyes?
I do.
Are yours?
So, Ian, today I had the pleasure of seeing a food truck in Denver. I know. Shocking.
Okay.
But this food truck, for some reason, was called like something Sliders. And instead of an S at the end of Sliders.
Did it have a Z?
It had a Z, Ian.
God.
It had a Z.
Oh, God.
So this takes me to my FMKCars.
Okay.
It's called Those Were the Days. And Days has a Z at the end of it.
Oh, God.
Ian.
Yes.
Okay, these are cars from the 90s, the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And they are going to have a 1990s behavior for you to exhibit when you have this car.
Okay.
Okay. I know you were like 1 year old in the 90s, but yeah. Okay. So first up, Ian, one of the best cars to ever come out of the 90s, the GMC Cyclone.
Yes.
Okay. So the GMC Cyclone, it was the fastest car in the world when it was made, the fastest production car.
The fastest production truck.
It was the fastest car. It would drop a Ferrari. Yes. It was the fastest car, and it happened to be a truck, 1991.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fastest?
Yeah.
Quickest?
I don't know. It was a record holder when it came out. Yeah.
Well, okay, but the F40 had already been out, and
actually, it beat a Ferrari Testarossa in a quarter mile. I know that.
So maybe quickest.
Okay, but anyway, Ian,
because it doesn't do 200 miles an hour.
No, it doesn't do 200 miles an hour. But quickest, yes, fastest accelerating, yes. Ian, this is
quickest stop, according to Wikipedia.
Right.
At the time it was introduced, the Cyclone was the quickest stock pickup truck being produced in the world.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna have dead air while you read Wikipedia.
and it did beat a Ferrari in a car and driver test.
Okay. So
sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry to live fact check you.
I'm glad it's correct. Yeah.
Sorry.
Ian.
I shouldn't do that. That was terrible of me.
Are we experts about anything?
That's the most actually. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be that
That's okay. That's all right.
Am I wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
That's okay. Anyway, GMC Cyclone,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Fantastic truck.
Yes.
And I actually really like the way it had gloss black on top and matte black on the bottom on the body kit, right? I don't know if you remember that, but it had this really cool body kit. Yeah.
Cool.
Which was kind of weird, and I don't know. I just remembered like that was the car for me that visually I just appreciated a difference between the same color in a glossy and a matte applied to the same vehicle. You know, just like noticing that like, oh, a designer had an idea to do that. Right. And like, yeah, that's cool. Like I get it. I get it. You know? Yeah, I dug that, you know? So unfortunately, Ian, if you have the Cyclone, here, do you want the messaging system?
Yes.
Okay, so here, if you have the Cyclone, you use the letter Z to pluralize anything you write.
Okay.
And you start all your conversations with a random 90s phrase, like "booyah" or "all that in a bag of chips."
Yeah.
And I have a whole list of 90s phrases.
Thebomb.com.
Yeah, the bomb. What up, dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to the hand.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna be rough.
All right. Okay. Then up next.
That's gonna be bad when I'm giving like my
the eulogy for me.
Yeah. The eulogy
when
for
I
you.
die in the bike crash.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Okay.
Talk to the hand. We're gonna miss Dave.
Yeah.
Or talk to the hand. Fucking told you so.
Yeah.
Okay. Then up next, 1991. Buick Roadmaster wagon.
Yes.
Yes, with the wood grain.
Yes.
Okay. Ian?
Yeah.
No matter what, you have to wear tight rolled pleated khakis. Okay? For anybody who doesn't know what tight rolled is, it's this thing we would do where we would roll the legs of our pants. I have a picture of it on the Twitch stream. Did you ever tight roll anything in your life, Ian?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I did. Yeah, but that was like 7th grade. Yeah. Anyway, also at the time it was called pegging.
Yes.
Which there is no way anybody's gonna call it that these days.
Yeah. Also,
take
Dad, please do not Google that. Do not Google that. For the love of God. Oh God.
All right. So Ian, your 90s behavior that you have with this. Is the tight rolled pleated khakis. Okay.
Pegging. I'm just going to be pegging.
You're going to be pegging left to right.
Up and down the streets.
In your Buick Roadmaster with the wood grain. Okay. All right. Lastly, Ian, we have a 1990 Corvette ZR1.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the C4 body style.
Yeah.
All right.
I was all about this car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, this is certainly a car poster for the wall for sure. Right.
I saw one of those in Denver.
Did you?
Maybe like 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I was just like, who?
Just a CR1. Yeah.
And it like looked kind of ratty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, sorry.
The 1990s drawback that you have with this, Pauly Shore from the 1990s, aka the Weasel, is in the passenger seat.
90s.
Also, there's a note here.
Sure.
You cannot get him out.
Okay.
Okay.
Does he have to be alive the entire time?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
you can't. You cannot solicit one of our murderous listeners to murder him for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Our listeners are not murderers. We love our listeners. They're nice people. Ian, we know them. They're nice people.
I'm just joking, of course. All right. Man. This is really tough, actually. So I think I have to crush the Cyclone.
Do you?
And here's why.
Yeah.
The pluralizing with the Z is essentially, I mean, it's on par with war crimes.
Just think of all the red lines in Outlook when you're typing an email.
Yeah.
And you right-click, add to dictionary. Right-click, add to dictionary. Right-click, add to like...
Well, and I'm pretty sure... No, I'm positive my wife would either leave me murder me with some sort of dull instrument.
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she would.
She's
definitely...
for anyone who doesn't know, she's a writer and a copy editor by trade.
Yeah.
And nothing drives her crazier
Right.
than pluralizing with the Z. That's absolutely true.
Okay.
And also, I don't think I could actually bring myself to say booyah.
What if you just delivered it like talk to the hand? Like Stephen Wright delivering all of these like 90s.
Yeah. This conversation is thebomb.com. Yeah. So no, I gotta crush the Cyclone.
Okay. Which is a shame because I love that truck.
Also,
only available in an automatic transmission. Yeah. Yep. Anyway,
I think I am going to surprise you here.
Okay.
I am going to marry the Corvette.
No.
With Pauly Shore.
With the Weasel?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm just gonna drive flat out everywhere.
Okay.
And I'll just be concentrating and I can tune them out.
Okay. All right.
And then for a day,
I'm
just gonna be pegging in the back of my giant wagon. I'm assuming I will have tinted the windows heavily.
No. Everybody can see you peg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm not putting the word pegging in the title of this episode.
It's an entirely different category.
Yes.
That we would end up in.
Yes. Wow.
And plus, the nice thing about the wagon is for a day, I can because I had the rear-facing seats.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Which means I can peg with 6 of my friends. We can all go pegging together.
Yep.
Ian. I please, if you don't know already what we're talking about, do not Google that.
Hey, maybe that's how somebody finds their true thing.
Hey, that'd be all right.
But I think if that was your true thing, you'd probably already know it.
And hey, if this leads you to finding your truth in this way and pegging and ends up being your truth, please do not tell us about
it. We don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
I think I would probably marry the Buick Roadmaster wagon because I love pegging and being an old man.
Right.
I love old man pegging.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I would F the Cyclone and I would crush Pauly Shore. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ian.
That was a good one.
So sometimes these FMKCars ideas come about from, and we're going to do a little bit of podcasting about podcasting right now. Right?
The worst.
I know. We're gonna metacast, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get ideas for FMKCars. And like I'll write them down on my phone, we'll write them down. Mm-hmm. I have notepads of mystery written down, right? But every now and then, like we'll come across a note that we've written that we have no fucking clue what we were thinking, what we were doing. What was the one that you told me?
So, yeah, I mean that's basically what you're listening to. This episode
right.
It's just us just clearing out the drafts folder.
Yep, so we can just delete that stuff. Clearing out the drafts folder.
So nice. I had 2.
Okay, all right.
I have an FMKCars that's related to one of them. Should we do that one first?
Yeah.
So I had this thing written down, and it was related to I think something you said months ago on the podcast.
Okay.
All I have is the phrase rose-tinted windshield.
Yeah.
Seeing the world through a rose-tinted windshield.
Right.
And so tonight when we sat down to write the show, which it should be very surprising to you that we write this show because
we use write with air quotes. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we just did 5 minutes on pegging. I just wrote an FMKCars based on rose tinted windshield, and basically the idea is that when you're in this car, the world looks better to you.
Okay.
So this is a happy, shiny
we
thing.
Need this. We need this in the world,
and this is really on hashtag brand for me.
Oh yeah, happy. Yeah, only looking at the bright side of things.
Optimism.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep. You have a glass that's half full, and then you top it off for that person.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smiling.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this one is called.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. Just joking. It's not called that.
This is why we have a podcast, Ian. This is why we're doing a show. This right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we're doing a show.
All right, so happy.
Oh, God
Rose
damn
tinted
it.
windshield.
I think that might be my favorite moment from the show ever.
All right.
Yeah. Fuck. For like that one split second, my brain was like, okay. And it was like that rapid thought of like, okay, but he'll change it in some way. And then it was, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so this one is called, the title of this one is called, I Love You. I love this table. I love my microphone. I love this stroke I'm having. Life through a rose-tinted windshield.
Okay, all right.
This one is also 90s themed.
Oh, nice. I love that our heads were we had a little hive mind going and we didn't even know it.
But true to form, these are terrible 90s cars.
Okay.
Just the worst.
The 90s had some awful cars.
And some of these
Plymouth Acclaim.
have a little bit of a play on words.
Oh no, a pun?
It's very subtle. You may not even pick up on it. All right. Well, then you're really not gonna like this first one.
All right.
So Dave does not like puns.
I don't
Whatever.
like puns.
All right. The Ford Aspire.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awful, terrible
Yep.
box of rocks.
Yeah.
You think you are way funnier than you actually are.
Oh, okay.
And perform one pun-laden bit in every human interaction you have.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
But you think you kill.
I'm just slaying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're seeing the world through rose tinted windshield.
Ooh, that's rough. Okay.
So that's another one that's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
At the funeral.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. When I'm delivering you googly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The next one, Eagle Premier.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. This was the same as the Intrepid, right?
Before that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a partnership with Renault, I believe.
Yeah.
So you are just the character from the Key and Peele Continental Breakfast sketch.
I don't remember.
Okay, so there's this sketch in Key and Peele, and he's a recurring character, and he's a perks guy, and he's just so enamored with and so he goes up to the desk at the hotel, and he's like, "Is there breakfast available?" And he's like, "Yes, right over there is a free continental breakfast." And he's like, "Whoa." Free continental breakfast. Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
And just like thinks he is getting just the top level treatment
at
all times, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
And so that's you.
That's me. Okay.
You are just
I'm at McDonald's like Big Mac.
Yeah.
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 Hello.
I get to seat myself.
So much better than a medium Mac.
But you are just effusive about every piece of like consumerism you do.
Okay.
All right. Some would say that you think everything is premier.
You son of a
and in the
bitch.
first one,
Fuck.
You are aspiring
God damn it.
to be something.
God damn it. Why didn't I pick up on that?
This next one, the Hyundai Excel.
Excel. I knew it was going to be the Excel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I'm not going to use it the way that it's spelled.
Okay.
You believe you are the fastest man in the world.
Oh, boy.
And take every opportunity to demonstrate. So you just race, you challenge, you berate poor bystanders into foot racing you.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
You lose every race.
No matter what.
No matter who it is against.
Yeah.
But refuse to acknowledge that fact.
Oh, no.
And you scream things like, "Fake news! I won! The best! The fastest!
Most glorious, luxurious runner!
Fake news!
Got good
Fake news!
Sneakers made of gold!
I won! Fake news!
Fake news! You're running sad. Well, I'm killing the Excel, Ian.
Fake news.
And then I am going to, for a day, think I'm far funnier than I am.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
In my Ford
and
Aspire.
just dropping puns left and right.
Just dropping puns left and right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, just like in line at the bagel shop. Yeah. I'll be like, what's this hole about?
Yeah.
I can't even do it. And then I'm going to marry the Eagle Premier, not only because I actually kind of like the way that it looks, because it's a boxy old man sedan, but I think I could actually go through life being enamored at things like that. Yeah. I think I might actually be able to do that.
That's awesome.
So my
I'm just happy because now I can delete this cryptic ass thing out of my notes.
What was the one that we had on the messaging system that I didn't erase one day, and it was like crap, I can't remember. I don't know. All Road Milk Silence was on there, but there was another one I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was the film directors as cars. That was what that whole thing was. Yeah, it was just a scribble on the messaging system.
Yep.
And next thing you know, we have a Kinja post about it that you expertly wrote. Yeah. Ian, my notepad of mystery, I'm writing like, some jokes and some funny stuff, stuff that I think is funny. And my notepad of mystery is like, that's where the ice cream and guns analogy showed up.
Right.
I have this other thing about how Donald Trump fixes problems, by taking, giant snow shovels of money and throwing them at them. And it's a whole thing. But anyway, the thing that I have on there, and I have Hey Y'all YouTube videos on there.
Hey Y'all.
Yeah, Hey Y'all. Another thing that's on here is in my life now, whenever I see someone that's smoking, it's like seeing somebody on rollerblades. Like, you're like, oh, people still do that? Like it just really stands out. And so I want to give all smokers rollerblades so I can just see them all at once. But the one that I have on here that I have no idea what it means is, it just says the multiverse version of myself. I don't know, Ian.
Well, we talked about Bizarro.
Yeah, we did,
Ian,
but this has been in there for like at least a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
multiverse version of myself.
What's weird about that is the phrasing of that, because you have the multiverse version singular of myself.
Right. You'd think multiverse versions.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get all Rick and Morty on this, like you'd think like just me, but like with one change. Yeah. So I sunburn even more. I have to use SPF 105 instead of 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What is that I don't know. Maybe that's it. And maybe it's not even that funny, which, I mean, looking at this, none of it is. But, yeah. Yeah. A multiverse version of myself. Yeah. Yeah. These cryptic notepad mysteries that we leave ourselves from the past.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know, Ian. Anyway, Ian.
Anyway.
Those.
You know what's weird about the multiverse thing? This is going to be an epic tangent we're about to go down.
Hit me.
Okay. We always imagine when we think of multiverse in pop culture anyway.
Sure.
That like like the classic example from is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer? It's like this world but without shrimp.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But why would we think that, like, we always imagine it like kind of like that?
Right.
Where, like you would say like, oh, me, but like one tiny thing changed.
Right. Yeah.
But if you think about it, like, just look at a car.
Uh-huh.
And a car is a collection of like tiny coincidences that have all added up.
Right.
To this one singular design. Like people being in the same place at the same time, the order in which technology was discovered,
Yes.
the way the infrastructure was built, governments deciding things and everything else.
Right.
Not to mention just the basic thing of like we evolved to be a certain shape and size.
Right. Yeah.
And so that obviously has an effect on what
Right.
it looks like. And we have all these other like cultural norms that, mean that we need to like signal to each other and that sort of thing.
Right.
All of those pieces make up the pinnacle of like human achievement that is a Dodge Journey. Right?
Yes.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yes. Yeah.
So
yeah. Right.
So if there was a multiverse version
Right.
of like a Dodge Journey,
Right.
say,
Right.
it wouldn't be a Dodge Journey, but all the lights are green, right? It would be massively different.
Right.
Depending on when, I guess, that universe that split off or
Right.
however you want to think about it.
Yeah, so it's made for people that are 75 feet tall but don't have arms or legs or
right.
Yeah, or it's for some.
Well, but even if the multiverse, if I always kind of think about it like if multiverses are being created all the time,
Right,
like
exactly.
If time is linear for the sake of this argument,
Right.
If time is going to be linear, and then we're peeling off,
right,
different realities,
things that fall outside of our light cone, yeah,
right. Then even like, just someone not being born in the 40s,
right, exactly,
might mean that things are totally different.
The Dodge Journey doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what a terrible reality that would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe that was Ralph Nader and
right.
And cars are still horrendous death machines.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we're all driving Corvairs.
Right.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And the population is just like flat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. People are just having babies to keep, to keep just mankind alive because of all the Corvair crashes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good thought. Yeah, aim higher. Aim higher with your theories about the multiverse, people.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't sell it for like, oh, it's me except I didn't get a cold last week.
Right. I mean, that's like come on now.
Right. Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah, but that's the thing in my notepad. Multiverse version of myself.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. But yet it stays there.
You would be an amoeba. Like that would be
exactly,
the real
right?
multiverse version.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Life never really kicked off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or intelligent life never really kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'd be a rock.
Anyway. Sorry, that was a ridiculous tangent.
I like that. Ian?
Yes.
So last time we were on the show, you coined a term, old man hour.
Oh, yeah.
When we were talking about my Infinity.
Time for old man hour. No, it was because I started ranting about the fucking...
Yes, that's it.
The concerts.
Yes, that's
People
right.
holding
Yes.
up their phones and I'll get animated about that anytime you want.
We were being crotchety as was... as was needed at the time. But I love the fact that you termed the old man hour, right?
Yeah.
You coined that term, old man hour. So,
which is the alternate name for this. We should just really rename this show.
Right. Get off my lawn, the podcast. Ian?
Yes.
So I have brakes on order for my old man Infinity, right?
Okay.
And actually they showed up.
Pads or
pads and rotors,
rotors.
Some Z26 power stop rotors drilled and slotted and pads.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're getting aggressive, right? But I had the thought, and I've seen people do this with other cars, and I think that Infinity aftermarket scene just isn't what it is for other, like Porsche and Audi and things like that.
Right.
Of course, I mean, it's barely like, 100th of that, right? Mm-hmm. But I was looking at, I would like bigger rotors and calipers for my car because I would love it to stop,
Right.
And the car weighs 4,000 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. And the brakes are good. I think they're going to be a lot better with these pads and rotors, but I was wondering if I could take brakes from like an Infiniti QX80 and put them on my car, right? So like I'd have to find a QX.
Which was the QX80? Is that a
It's-
pencil
it's
or
their-
is that an SUV?
See, and that's
or
the
is
problem
that
with their
a-
whole naming scheme.
It's
But
the
that is
fucking
their
most ridiculous
that
shit.
is their giant sedan built on the Nissan Armada, right?
The sedan?
No, the QX80 is the SUV.
The SUV,
Sorry, I probably said sedan because I have sedan on the brain. But anyway, I was like, let's find the biggest thing that Infiniti makes and see if I can get the brakes from that. Because that's what a lot of Audi guys do. They'll get the Porsche brakes, you know, right? And so, like, you know, I'm trying to like I'm looking at bolt clearances and all these like, you know, technical drawings, trying to see if I could do something like that. Maybe down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it gave me an idea for like how you can just kind of like put a little bit of effort into swapping a part out or changing a little bit of a thing in a car, right? To make it just a little bit better.
Okay.
Right? And so I wrote an FMKCars around it. It's called FMKCars, Old Man Hour. Things with another thing that I really hope works on that thing.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
So first up, here's the messaging system. First up, we have my Infiniti M45, right? With much bigger brakes. So like QX80 brakes, right?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And then up next, we have a Volvo S80 V8, right? With straight pipes, straight exhaust pipes. Did you ever see that YouTube video?
Yes.
Right? Because that V8 actually sounds amazing. And I like the Volvo S80, but also this is coming from someone who sought out a 10-year-old Infiniti.
I do. I think I would feel upset that it didn't have an S90.
Yeah. But
yes, I got.
Right?
I take your point. Yes.
Yeah. Then lastly, we have the 2006 Volkswagen Phaeton. We're gonna pick the W8 or the V8 version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, no 12. But the easy fix about this one is that all of the electrical system will forever work forever.
What?
Yeah.
Is that really it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No
Somehow I gave you an immortal electrical system. Yeah. Let's say Acura did the electrics on it.
Yeah.
What do you think, buddy? FMK.
I'm going to crush your Infiniti.
You are?
I'm sorry.
Well, when you're picking between those other two cars.
I think I'm going to marry the Phaeton.
Okay.
With no electrical problems?
Right.
You kind of have to do that.
Yeah, you do. Even though it's the V8, and I think would be slower than my Infiniti. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I mean, it would be a little more luxurious, right?
Oh,
I mean,
it'd be plenty more luxurious.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the S80 with the V8 with the straight pipes, I have to drive that for at least a day.
Yeah.
And just tunnel blast.
I think you. I was thinking
again.
you would marry that one.
I thought about it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's tempting.
Yeah. I think I would marry the S80 with
Would
the
you?
straight pipes. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that hits the weird factor too. Because the Phaeton does. Are you drawing another penis on the blanket fort messaging system?
No, I thought about it, but I'm just scribbling.
Ian.
And I'm listening to you. And I'm scribbling. And I'm listening. And I'm scribbling. I have a question about your brakes thing.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing lines while you're in there?
While I'm in there for pads and rotors, no, but I would like to go to stainless lines at some point. Because for pads and rotors, you don't have to disconnect the brake lines.
Right.
Yeah.
But
if I change out the calipers or something like that, then I would go for stainless lines.
Because honestly, so I've fucked around with different rotors and pads and stuff on my car. And honestly, the biggest changes that I've felt with my car have been the lines and fluid.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, at least get some like no shit fluid in there.
Okay.
And I bet it would make a big difference.
Okay. Good. Okay.
I'm guessing that it probably hasn't been changed in a long time.
I think it's on the original brake fluid, and I'm gonna have that changed. Yeah.
So like put in some like no shit brake fluid.
Yeah.
And I bet you that makes a huge difference.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. It's on my to-do list.
That's my stickler thing though, is like brake feel.
Yeah. Right.
Is the thing that like I'm like That can ruin a car for
Oh
me.
yeah. No, that was probably the thing I liked the least about Dusty Rusty. You know,
Yeah.
the brakes were awful on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was just like there wasn't a tremendous amount of feedback.
No, there's no confidence.
Yeah. I'll stop fucking with that. There you go. All right. There's the messaging system. I'm sorry. I'm very fidgety.
You're very fidgety.
Today.
Did you have a cold brew before coming over?
No, I did not.
Ian?
Yes, sir.
What do you say we wrap this podcast by two noted automotive journalists up?
Governor.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. I think that's a good. I think can we do our?
Yes, we have a listener FMKCars.
We have a listener FMKCars.
Yeah, who sent it to us, Ian?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Professionals.
Yep, exactly.
Professional
automotive
journalists.
professionals. Yep.
Who are Mr. Chris.
All right. Yes, there we go. And Chris, I sent you stickers, and also Zach, I sent you stickers as well this week. You should have them in a day or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. By the time this is up, you should already have them.
You should have had the stickers applied to your vehicle. It should have broken down.
Yep.
Caught fire.
Yes.
You should have found us and murdered us by then.
The insurance claim should already be in your hand.
Yes, exactly.
By the time.
Yes.
Yes.
So let me know when to send you stickers for the new car that will eventually catch on fire.
Right.
Okay. So Ian, read us this FMKCars.
Okay. So this is a one we've had similar themes given to us by other listeners, but this is got some new little fun twists.
Yes. Yes.
So these are sci-fi movie cars. The first one is the Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor.
Yes, it
from
is.
the movie Wraith.
Yes.
So the catch is you have to wear the ridiculous space racing suit when you drive.
Yes, and I have a picture of that up. Yes, that looks like some kind of xenomorph pooped out a transformer.
I'm going to amend this.
And then has leg braces for some reason.
I'm amending that to that is what you wear at all times.
Okay, all right, showering. Yeah, love making.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could shower. You could shower.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be like a like a situation in the movies where you open up the closet and it's just like
it's all the same thing.
It's all the same.
Okay,
outfit.
Like Zuckerberg's closet. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Or like Steve Jobs' closet, like just all like black turtlenecks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay. So
and also, so this car has the honor of being in our very first listener FMK car that Ian and I ever received on the podcast.
Yeah, I think that's right.
A year ago. Yeah. And from a Colorado listener. Yeah. So that was awesome. So that's funny that it comes back around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the second one is the RQ Riley Town Car.
Okay.
From the 1990 Total Recall movie.
Yes. Okay.
But you have Michael Ironsides chasing you everywhere you drive, screaming, "It's Quaid! Get him!"
Okay. All right.
I don't understand any of those references.
Yeah, you need to see Total Recall. Oh, I have the new version pulled up. I'll have to see if I can find the old Total Recall car. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. And then what else do we have after that?
Okay. So the last one, he gave us a couple of choices. I'm going to go with.
Yeah, you calling an audible on this one, buddy?
He gave us a couple of choices for the last one. I'm going with one of them. The Eagle 5 Winnebago with full wingspan from Spaceballs.
Yes. Yes.
But both you and your passenger, this is the way he wrote it, but both you and your passenger have to be dressed like Lone Star and Barf the Mog. I am going to amend that.
Okay.
And just say that you are a Mog.
Okay. All right. My tail's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Ray.
I mean, you're already sort of...
Yeah, I'm kind of
dog-like. You're already kind of a Mog. So it's not really that much of a stretch. You just now have a tail.
Right, yeah.
Which could come in handy.
It could, yeah.
Just think how much better balance you would have when you're Instagramming on your bicycle.
Yeah, that's what would hold my camera.
If it's prehensile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Right?
All right.
Yeah, it just reaches in and gets me a little snack bar. When you're out on the bike, right?
Uh-huh.
You shelled out. Do you know what is one of the best things in the world to eat? One of those like disgusting Nutri-Grain bars.
Ugh.
Yeah, the blueberry or the grape or the strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, those are like like the best filet mignon you've ever had. And I would just fetch them with my tail.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Anyway,
You're a very strange man sometimes.
Pot meat kettle, Ian.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's why.
So anyway, the picture that we have up of the Winnebago is from a website called invaluable.com. They're actually auctioning off one of the models used, or they did auction off one of the models used in the filming of Spaceballs. And so I want to make sure that invaluable.com does not sue us. But that is really the only place that we can find a decent picture of that Winnebago.
Yeah.
Anyway, what would I do? God damn it. Winnebago. I think I would marry the Winnebago and be a Mog, Ian. That's my new life.
Okay.
And plus, with that fur, I wouldn't sunburn as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let me disabuse you of any romanticism you have of being covered in fur.
Uh-huh.
It's not great.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking from personal experience,
Yeah.
it's kind of frustrating.
Whenever like you and Jenny are on the couch, like is she ever like petting one of the cats and then just starts like petting you instead?
Just a seamless transition.
Doesn't realize that she's moved from animal to human, animal to other animal.
Yeah, it just all blends together at some point.
I like that. Ian.
Yeah.
So I think I would marry that.
Okay.
And then I think I would F the car from the Wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wear the weird spacesuit and do that for a day. That's what I want.
Just like run errands.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Just like what would I do? Just pushing a cart through Costco. And just buy like an obscene amount of motor oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And then maybe like a big jar of pickles. And just push it like everybody just like, what the hell? Motor oil and pickles? What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's what I would do for a day, and which means I have to kill the Total Recall car that I couldn't find a picture of.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ian, I think that's what would you do, you fur-covered buddy?
I think I would crush the Winnebago.
Okay. All right.
And then I would what were the choices again?
The Wraith and
I'll
the
do
Total
the Total Recall for a day.
Okay.
Mostly because I don't really fully understand it.
Uh-huh.
And then I would marry the Interceptor. I think the thing's really cool looking.
Yeah.
And it's very like it's one of those like future cars that's just immediately you know when it was made.
Right. Yes, I was thinking about that when I was driving to work this morning. I was thinking about like, okay, so like these are the cars from 2017, right? And I saw an XC90, right?
Right.
And I was like, if I went back 20 years and tried to think of what a car looked like in 2017, but from 1997, right, it wouldn't look like that. But I don't know what it would look like, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah. Today. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, but again,
you can tell when these concept cars were made. Yeah. These future cars.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, part of it too is like, and not to drag it back to everything we've been talking about for the last few months, but like nobody in 1994 or whenever the Interceptor was made would ever have thought that side impact
exactly
or rollover was going to be like a defining design characteristic of a car.
You're exactly right.
In 20 years, or pedestrian impact.
Like
the shape of cars have changed mostly because of safety regulations over these last few years. So I feel like there's that again sort of like layer 8 sort of influence on stuff is hard to predict.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, we would already be doing those things.
Right.
Yeah. Huh. I like that, buddy. I like that. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Whatever this episode was.
Yeah, but thank you.
Professional, legitimate journalists.
We are. Thank you, Chris, for sending us the FMK cars.
Yes.
Ian?
Yes, sir. Yes, Dave.
You can be found on the internet. I roll so hard.
Yeah,
EYE roll so hard.
don't recommend
Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Follow them. I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well. Nuck Goose. NUK Goose.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Send us an FMK cars. We'll send you stickers. TeamClearCoat@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tweet them at us. You can do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Drive Tribe if the server's up for the day. Instagram, Twitch. Hello, Twitch. All of those things.
Yes.
Team ClearCoat. Nobody wanted the username, so we got it. Ian.
Yeah.
Rate and review us on iTunes.
Please do.
Would someone please be our 20th reviewer on iTunes? You ever listen to Paul F. Tompkins' Spontaneation podcast? He'll give people reviews to write word for word, and they're hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But so I would love for someone to be our 20th reviewer, and you will get stickers and something special from Ian and I. Spoiler alert, it's not pegging. Ian?
Yes.
What else do you have to say to close out the show? What else we got?
There was one. I had one other thing.
Okay.
Governor. Oh no, that's okay. I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'll stop doing that forever.
Please don't.
Okay.
Listeners, we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you.
Do everything you can to stay alive out there. All right.
Right, old cunt.
God damn.